Hey guys, Demi here from Atlas Vibration Spirituality, and I'm here with your lunar eclipse in Virgo collective update. I'm not going to lie to you guys, this is like the third time that I have recorded this because I was being in the shadow side of Virgo and being so overly picky about how this was coming out, but we're just going to step into some Pisces energy and let it flow. And I know that I shouldn't be, but I will apologize to you guys. I will admit the eclipse and my sleep has not been great. Like I went from being able to sleep, I wasn't sleeping that well, and then all of a sudden now I'm exhausted. So sorry if I'm not as chipper as I am. I will be as informative as always though. You get the informative Demi today and the chill Demi today. But let's step into this and hopefully you guys can take this with you. Let's start with the basics. It's happening at 2:26 a.m. Eastern Time on March 14th, which is National Pie Day here in the United States. So have some pie that day for the symbol in mathematics, 3.14, and 23 degrees. So the key thing to take with this is, with this lunar eclipse, is it is happening releasing the need to control and to heal ourselves, and we need to learn to take care of ourselves. And this is healing through the soul, through Chiron. And Mercury and Chiron rule Virgo. Me and my friend, we talked about this. And so Virgo is an earth sign. It is a feminine sign. It is of the negative polarity. The constellation of Virgo is the Virgin with the grain and the wheat to show the abundance that we do have. And it is ruled by the Hermit in Tarot, along with ruling the body parts of the nervous system, the immune system, and illnesses. And I also say that this is the zodiac sign of the physical incarnation of lifetimes within the zodiac. So, let's get back to the Chiron aspect, because this is what is most important for you guys to understand about wisdom, what you're releasing, and how you're going to somewhat release it. So, who was Chiron? You're going to get a nice Greek mythology little lore. And so he was a centaur, and he was shot accidentally with a poison arrow with the blood of a hydra on it by Hercules. And essentially, he got hurt, and for some reason, Chiron offered to give up his mortality to Zeus in exchange for Prometheus's freedom. I don't know who Prometheus is. I've heard of him, but I didn't look him up. And so Zeus agreed, and Chiron's soul became the constellation of Sagittarius. So look at that connection. Okay? So wounded healers are known for being kind, gentle, and intelligent people, where they are teachers to many students about medicine, healing. They keep healing and teaching others despite their suffering. So even if they still haven't fully learned it, they take pretty much and teach and learn to help others transform their suffering into wisdom. And I took this from AI on Google, by the way, because I wanted a decent, an easy explanation for you guys. So feel free to look it up. And it said at the bottom that Jung believed that doctors are only effective when they themselves are affected. So just so that we can effective and affected. And that's what I always say, effect and affect. So he believed that only the wounded physicians could heal. Well, of course you can, because you know what it's like to be in an experience and learn from something. And long story short is something that an example that I used and have seen in college when I have a bachelor's in sociology with a minor in anthropology. And we talked about it in class. We had a sociological discussion in, I believe it was in a healthcare class. And it was a lot of, it was about death and health health and wellness. My professor, she was going to be a therapist. And so pretty much we talked about it realistically, open discussions, no judgment. And you want somebody who knows what you've gone through. You want somebody who knows who's going to heal you properly. Humans as a species, we try to combine together. So you want to know, and everybody who said that they had an addiction or of some sort, who were really struggling to get up, it gave them hope to know that, like, how did you do this? How did you gain the strength and the wisdom, and how did you learn from this? How did you overcome this? Not with using other drugs, if that was the case. Oh, excuse me. And if you need the drugs, that's different, but, like, it's the truth. And this is something that I tell people all the time. You can't expect people to understand things if they haven't gone through your shoes. And it's true, because it's happened to me. You know, I will fully admit I judged people at some point in my life where I really didn't understand what it meant to be at as low of a place in life as I was. And I judged this person and was somewhat mean to this person and kept telling them, like, you know, you're lying down and letting things get to you. But I was never in their shoes until I realized about a year ago. So essentially, that's what Chiron somewhat embodies. And we'll talk about judgment as well. But Virgo and its energy that we need to remind ourselves, it's very detail-oriented, it's analytical, and it's light energy. It's being of service. They're very giving, they're kind, they're helpful, they're hardworking. They look out for those that they care about very deeply. They're perfectionists. They're planners, they're very logical, they're observant, reliable, and intelligent. Essentially, too, they also have shadow energies, so you're seeing these feelings of you need to release some of these things or allow the light to come in. And coming from somebody here, I have Virgo, I'm a Virgo rising at 28 degrees, so the shadow energy is prevalent with me. So shadow energy is controlling, they're too analytical, they're definitely people pleasers, borderline going into slavery, like they would go into slavery and be so of service to other people that they would forget about themselves, or just be so submissive that they would do things like that, like, or be controlled like that. Not that I'm saying that it happens to everybody, but I have read in astrology that this sign is also known for a slavery aspect, and it's just another thing that we can go over at another time. Criticizing, judgmental, perfectionist, stubborn, independent. They like to withhold information. They can be loners as well. They're not people persons. They're very introverted, and I can say the same thing. Like, we love to help others and be of service to others, but we definitely don't like to be around people. And with tarot, the Hermit is all about the soul's journey, right? So you need to be alone to understand, to heal yourself. You can't heal, as my sisters told me and other people, you cannot heal in places where you were hurt or your mind is so occupied with other things that you can't think for yourself. And this goes into judgment, right? We do need to judge other people and our realities in order to heal in the ways, but I'm not talking about judgment like being mean, like judging them, like, why would you make that decision? Why would you do this? Why would, like, being that mean girl or just that asshole who is being just mean to be mean. And I'm talking about the judgment of, you do have to judge people's lives in ways for you to understand your own. You'll end up telling somebody the truth, and this kind of goes back to that connection between Virgo and Sagittarius, right? Like, you have to tell yourself the truth at some point by saying this person is not good with their finances. And this is what I'm saying. I'm not like, they're spending all this money on this bougie shit, you know, like, it's more of being honest. This person is not good with their finances. Why would you take advice from this person? They're not good with dealing with romantic relationships, and why would you listen to this person? It's also judging, you know, what's best for you, so you can create your reality in which you need to. And it's really essentially that connection from Virgo going into Libra about judgment and seeing how much have you judged others. So it's more about you making sure that things are working out for you, if that makes sense. So here are some things that you guys are seeing and have been seeing with eclipses. And with eclipses, You've heard me talk in other videos about putting us onto the path that we need to be on. With the nodes switching up, we still have one more in Aries, but essentially here we are. We got the Virgo aspect of this, and we're closing out chapters in daily routines, habits, pets, co-workers, health, mental health, how you heal and take care of yourself once again. Okay? Over the last 6 months, and now for like 6 months on until the next eclipse and 6 months after that, you're going to be seeing changes in the ways that also you do your work. So you're probably seeing that certain things that you do in your daily routine, it can't happen anymore. You're also seeing that you're gaining experience in your daily reality and seeing that experience that you've learned from. What have you learned so you can implement it physically into your daily life? Virgo is all about the physical doing, so brushing your teeth, to how you take care of yourself, to how you get in the car and go to work every day, because earth signs are all about how we go to work. That's how we make our money. So earth signs rule money, work, your business, like once it hits Capricorn, so long-term, like physical, tangible things. So understanding that Virgo is the halfway point. So you're probably seeing that coworkers are going to be leaving your job. You're going to get new coworkers. You're going to see that you need to take care of your health, and everybody that I know is having some type of health issue. So whether it's you can't eat that no more, maybe you're like me when I was talking a little earlier about how we all had addictions. So you may be seeing that you need to heal up a little bit and cut back on something that is not good for you. Your eating habits, like me, like I'm seeing that, I can't eat these things anymore. And also my Saturn is in my 6th house, which is ruled by Virgo. So this is somebody who's telling you, who has Virgo energy, that, it's all about putting the work in and changing, and it's hard and it's not easy, because once we get stuck in a cycle, they say it takes about 28 days, like a whole month, to fix it. So this isn't something that's going to be easy just right off the bat. It's going to take time and a lot of self-discipline, at least maybe from my projection, I'll be honest, because that's what Saturn's about. But these are things that are changing, releasing, letting go. It's big, it's massive. I don't want to just be like, just flow with it, but it's difficult. And I'm just even saying the same thing. Like my pets, I'm seeing that their lives are coming to an end, and not in a bad way. Like I have elder dogs. And so it's like, they need different things. They need to rest more. They need certain things. And just seeing all of that. So even it could be your daily job, and that's also too, Virgo, I forgot to say, is how you make your money, like just your daily day-to-day jobs. So you're probably seeing that you're either letting go of a day-to-day job, you're letting go of how you control things, how you analyze things, who you are, being so judgmental, being stubborn, being a perfectionist. Leaning towards that perfectionism can be very difficult. Trying to perfect everything, trying to make everything so neat and straight, and all of those things. So I just want you guys to be easy on yourselves. Rest if you need to. Take care of your health. Know that the things that you have learned, take that with you. Heal yourself. Retreat in if you don't feel like dealing with people, because you're probably being called to retreat in for a reason. I have about a minute left, and you guys feel free to go, but I will share with you something personal about me, I guess. And I will say that I've always felt like I've spent a lot of time by myself. And I like being alone, and people make fun of me. And I also know a lot of people who have Virgo stelliums who have to take some time to sit and retreat back. Like, you have to be able to sit and listen to your soul. And that's really important. And I think that people don't get that, because I feel best when I'm alone and I'm doing things independently. And it's really sad, because this is my rising sign, and I will say that there is such a thing as Virgo hate. And something that I feel is that Virgos really do tend to trigger a lot of people. And I know it sounds fucked up, and I know that you guys know, but any of the Virgo stellium people that I have known, or Virgos that I know, they really do trigger people. And I think it has to do with the fact that it has to do with soul and self-reflection and how they take care of themselves. Because usually Virgos do, they know how to take care of themselves fairly well, especially when it comes to their appearance. So I hope that this resonated. Until next time, namaste.